Hello lovely soul and welcome to this week's behind the scenes video. It's part of my behind the scenes series where I take you behind the scenes of an angel message that I have passed on that week. I let you into my head. I tell you or explain to you why I have said something that I may have said or why I have chosen something from the card that we are looking at that week. This week's angel message and card interpretation and this week's video is based around the deck from Doreen Virtue's Angel Therapy Oracle cards. And the card that we were asked to consider was this one, Mediumship. And this video is all about cards that don't seem to have a lot of information in them. I teach my students how to read cards, firstly, by using colours and symbols that catch their eye. And they create a library of colours and symbols, an ever-growing and ever-evolving library. But sometimes you can look at a card and, for example, this card, there's not a lot of colours and symbols going on. And yet you can still get a really strong message and a really beautiful message from this card. Because when you use colours and symbols, it's the first step. And what that first step is doing is removing any panic you might have whenever you turn over a card. Because if you have created a library of colours and symbols, as soon as you turn over a card, you will see colours and symbols that you know your personal meaning to. The colour blue, the colour mauve, a cloud, maybe it's the blue sky. Those you will all have in your library, and instantly you can almost breathe a sigh of relief because you recognise colours and symbols. And what that's actually doing is stopping the panic. If you turn over a card and you don't know what that card is saying to you because you don't recognise, for example, colours and symbols, you can panic. And as soon as you panic, the wall comes up. And that's the end of the card reading, because the most important part of a card reading is actually using your intuition, receiving the messages from the angels that you are connecting with, who are wanting you to pass on the message to whomever you're passing it on to, be it yourself or somebody else. So intuition is the most important thing whenever it comes to card reading. And we all have intuition within us. It's just a matter of strengthening it. So whenever you turn over a card and you see colours and symbols that you recognise, you can breathe a sigh of relief. And then you can begin to receive the message that the angels wish you to receive by connecting the dots through your intuition. If you do turn over a card and it doesn't have a lot of information there, not a lot of colours and symbols, and you don't have an understanding of colours and symbols, well, yes, you will shut down and the angels don't have a chance of getting a message through to you. But even a card that seems so light on symbols and colours like this one, you turn it over, you breathe a sigh of relief because you recognise some things on it and you know what those things mean. And then you can keep yourself open, you can keep your energy open, and the angels can start padding that message through the colours and symbols that you have picked up, through your other intuitive clairs that you use, whichever one is your strongest. So, although a card may look a little bit light on information, it doesn't have to be so. It's similar to whenever we do card spreads. A really good 1-card spread is better than a very poor 3-card spread. And yet a 3-card spread will have a lot more information in it. Same with this. It may look like a simple card, but you can gain so much information through it. Whereas a more in-depth card, you may not get the full message because there may be far too much on the card for you to see.